Hey, what's up guys? Mondragon here and welcome to my Nerd Corner. Today I'm going to be showing you guys all the smartphones that I used to have because smartphones are actually the thing that got me into tech. So let's just get straight into it. Now, my first smartphone that I ever had was the Nexus 6P, and the reason it looks like this is because I actually rooted it and ran a custom ROM that eventually bricked the device. And I don't know if you guys ever seen Jerry Riggs Everything's video about the Nexus 6P, but I basically tried to do that to it, except I didn't have the heart to fully bend it. But you can see there it is a little bent in the frame. Rest in peace, the 3.5 millimeter headphone jack. Bring it back, please. Now, after breaking my Nexus 6P, I obviously needed a different phone. So the phone I went with was the LG V10. This phone was very durable. It's actually the only phone I've ever owned that I didn't have a case for. And I do want to give credit where credit is due because it did have two front facing cameras, which was unnecessary, but one of them was actually a wide angle camera. And I do believe that this is the reason why phones have wide angle front facing cameras nowadays. But it did have a micro USB, which sucked. Again, rest in peace, 3.5 millimeter headphone jack. But yeah, this phone was great. I actually really like this phone. The LG V10 left such a good impression on me that I decided to upgrade to the LG V20. This phone was so good. USB C, again, rest in peace to 3.5 millimeter headphone jack. And it was just a great phone. It had one front facing camera that was a wide angle. And it was one of the only phones that made a transition to metal and still kept a replaceable, removable battery. And it also had a micro SD card slot. And the power button was here, and it was also a fingerprint reader. So that was just so cool. This phone was so innovative at the time. And you can't see it right now, but it had like a mini screen up here right next to the camera. That was really cool. Especially at that time, I was just like, yo, you could like add a whole bunch of like custom things to it. It was really cool. After having that phone for some time, I went with Verizon with my brother, so I had to switch phones. And the phone I decided to get then was the Pixel Pro XL. It was just the Pixel XL, I believe. But this phone was perfect. The software was amazing. The camera was next level. USB C, 3.5 millimeter headphone jack. It was just great. Super fast fingerprint reader as well. And I just love how big it is. It's like it's big, but it's not as big as like the phone are nowadays, the XL phones at least. And it was just perfect. This probably one of my favorite phones too. Probably my second favorite phone of all time, honestly. Great phone. After this phone, I decided to get the LG V30, but I actually don't have that phone with me because I gave it to my mom when I upgraded from that phone to a different phone, and we'll just get into that as well. So after having the LG V30 for a while, I decided it was finally time to switch. And when I mean switch, I mean no more Android. The phone I decided to go with was the newest phone at the time, the iPhone 11 Pro, and I just couldn't do it. I couldn't, I'm sorry, but I lasted 8 months with this phone, and I decided to get a Pixel 4 XL, and that was the phone I had for about 2 years, and I just couldn't do iPhones. Now, I still use this phone, and it's actually my daily reading phone, which is why I have it black and white. I also like the size, but I just couldn't do iPhones. But after that, I went to the Pixel 4 XL. Now, the reason I don't have the Pixel 4 XL with me is because I gave it to my fiance. But after that, I upgraded to the Pixel 6 Pro. Now, this phone was a great phone, but it had a few issues, and it was mainly with heating issues and battery life. And I think the reason for that is because it had Google's first Tensor chip, and I just don't think the Tensor chip was really that optimized at the time. It was brand new, so you know what they say, don't invest in brand new products, first generation products. but I did. And, it kind of cost me. But I had that phone for about 2 years. And after that, I upgraded. Now, the phone I decided to upgrade to after having two Pixels back to back was the Pixel 8 Pro in this beautiful blue colorway. Now, this phone was almost perfect, but for some reason, it just was glitchy. Like every now and then, my screen would freeze, and I would either have to hard reset it or just wait for it to start registering my touches. But I had this phone for almost 2 years, but I recently upgraded about a year ago to a different phone, and let me show you what phone that is. So the phone that I decided to upgrade to, I'm not sure if I would consider it an upgrade or not. I'm still deciding, but my daily driver right now is the Galaxy S24 Ultra. This phone to me, it's just been perfect so far. But yeah, this is the main phone that I have right now. But I'm not gonna lie, I do want to go back to the Pixel, and I'm waiting for the Pixel 10 Pro XL. What's up with these naming schemes, right? But I might upgrade to that. I don't know yet. I kind of feel like I should keep using this phone for a little bit. It just depends how the Pixel looks. But yeah, that's about it, guys. If you liked the video, please comment, like, subscribe, and let me know what phones you've had. And did you ever switch from Android to iPhone or iPhone to Android? Did you like it? Let me know. Peace.